What's good, everybody? Welcome to I Can Never. How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Episode 2.
Yes, sir. We got somebody on. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
sir.
we
All
waiting
right.
for somebody.
Yeah. Let's just wait for one of the other niggas to hop on.
All right. Well, while we wait, let me introduce myself. For those of y'all that didn't watch episode 1, my name is Sean. I'm from Texas. I got a YouTube channel, The Water Boys, where we do shoe reviews, we do music video reactions, we do concert vlogs. So yeah, go slide over there. Go ahead and subscribe. We're on the road to 5K. So,
Bet.
so
I'm Andrew. I'm the host, and I'm from Ghana.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. International.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we just waiting for one of our niggas to hop on, then we get started.
Most definitely. But while we waiting, like people that is watching the playback on this, if you not subscribed, subscribe and put on the notifications so you could be like tuned in whenever he goes live with a new episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. And according to him, he got some behind the scenes things he working on. So he might be doing like a members only. So
Yeah.
right. And you got
Yeah, I'm
merch on the
working.
way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Once I hit like, I don't know, I'll give it I'll give it some time, but once I hit like a good number of subscribers, I'll drop some merch.
That'd
Probably
be
have a
lit.
giveaway too. So yeah,
That'd be
we're
lit.
working on all that. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Shit, should we just hop into it?
I mean, yeah, we can. We
We can
just
start it out.
yeah, we brief him up when he gets in.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bet. All right, welcome everybody. Today we're talking about if school is better or if school is good or not, basically. And would you rather have a degree or would you rather have experience at a workplace? And is school really needed? That's more of the general topic today.
Right.
And the first question is school a scam? What do you think about that? What do you think school is a scam in general, from middle school to
Uh,
like
yeah,
college?
we can just discuss it back and forth, but my view on school, because I'm currently a college student. Well, we both are. So
Yeah,
it's like for me, it's like I feel like school is important, but I feel like society nowadays, like it's kind of like a mandatory thing where when it's like there's other things that you can do. You know what I mean? There's like people don't realize. People always look at like, oh, I have to get a degree. I have to do
yeah,
this. Where it's like you have the choice of going and being an entrepreneur, starting your own business. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
everybody's not in the situations where they can do that, but it's like I don't know. I think people get stuck on the idea of like school and stuff like that. But I do think for certain things, obviously, some people want to be doctors, some people want to be lawyers. It's like in that scenario, like go to school, you know, get a degree, do whatever you
yeah,
want to do. Get your bachelor's, get your master's, get your doctorate. Um, but other people have different views on life. Like some people go in the military. Some people want to, like I said earlier, some people want to start their own business. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, what you think?
I mean, for me, I think it really, like you said, it depends on what you're going to school for. But like, I feel like some people really don't have to go to school, but they don't know that yet. You know, some people are like business minded. Some people are like school are like oriented and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's like stuff just it really depends on like your lifestyle and your train of thought, like how you think, how you picture yourself in the future and stuff like that. That really determine if you think you need school or not. And for the cost of education too, like with the cost of education, we're talking about like in college and stuff like that. I feel like college shouldn't be as expensive as it is because
facts.
it really, in the end, benefits the country if you think about it. Because like with doctors and engineers, they're only building stuff and like healing patients and stuff like that. It really helps the country in the long run. So if they're gonna make high school and like middle school and stuff like that free, I feel like college to some extent should be free as well. That's what I think
Nah,
about.
to piggyback onto that is like the price of school is ridiculous. Like, especially like a lot of people frown upon going to community colleges and stuff like that, which I believe is like completely wrong to do because you go in the community college route, you can save so much money. Like, if I could do my college route over again, I would
Yeah,
have never gone to a big school at first and try to be cool, like spending all this money when it's like
yeah,
if I would have went to a community college at first, I could have got my basics out the way
yeah,
and saved thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? And a lot
yeah,
of people don't realize that. Like a lot of people like taught about certain stuff going through high school. They're not told like, hey, I mean, some schools they do. Like I remember being in high school and they would say like sometimes we'd have people come to our school and be like, hey, like community college is a route you can go.
yeah,
But people, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things. It's like a stereotype where it's like people frown upon it, and I don't know why. When you could save so much money, but like I said, if I could do it over again, I would definitely do that.
yeah, yeah,
And but like I don't know, like it's ridiculous, like the cost of school nowadays, and I think that's why a lot of people don't go to school route. Like a lot of people, they try to go to like trade schools, or some people go to the military. But I don't know. I mean, we're gonna talk about it more during this podcast, but I think the route of like being an entrepreneur and like starting your own
yeah,
business, I think that should be a route that more young adults take because that's chasing like most young adults they have a dream of like not working for nobody, not clocking in.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And but yay, like people say that all the time. Like you go on social media and they're like, I don't want to work for nobody, like I don't want to clock in. But yet they don't have the dream of like starting their own business. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't
yeah,
like like if you don't want to clock in, clock out, then it's like go the entrepreneur route and try to do a clothing brand, try to do YouTube, try to do TikTok, do something
yeah,
where you can
yeah,
make
yeah,
money. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Let's hold that thought for a minute. The other guest just joined us, so let's just
Yes,
add him
sir.
in.
Adam in. Yes,
What's good, bro?
sir. Maddie 2 times.
Yes, sir. You
Yes,
know the
sir.
vibes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Let's go with y'all.
How you doing?
We good.
We
Go ahead and
good,
Great.
bro.
introduce yourself though.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My name, man. I go by Matty Ice, Matty Ice, all of that. You feel what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
But nah,
What
my
what
name's.
social
So,
medias you got? Let them know about your social
I
media.
got it all, man. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Uh, you can say TikTok if you want to.
No, you gotta throw that
YouTube,
in there.
all of that. You feel what I'm
yeah, you
saying?
got to.
Mad
Yeah.
Daniel Allen. You feel me?
Yeah. Make sure
Yeah,
y'all
All
check
it
him
is.
out. He do dance videos, all kinds of shit. So
Yeah, we
yeah,
do it
my
all. We
nigga
do it
been
all.
grinding.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but you
Yes,
want to
sir.
go ahead and update them on where we at with the podcast?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We really just started. We was just talking about like, is school really important from like the beginning of school to like the end of school? And Sean was like, uh, for him, it's important to some extent, basically. And
Of course.
also, it depends what you're trying to do. And like, yeah. So, what you think about that? What's your take on it?
Can we cuss on here or no?
No, you can. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. Just I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Don't go OD, but
Nah. Anyways, I was just gonna say, I think he right. I mean, I would say the same shit, the same scenario for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
school's necessary to a certain extent. You feel me? It just depends what you want to go for. Like, obviously, we need doctors out there. We need lawyers
yeah,
out there.
yeah,
You feel me?
facts.
yeah,
All of that different type of stuff, the really important stuff, of course. But at the same time, like, coming from somebody that's, well, me personally, I've been to college. I've been to like 3 to 4 different colleges. You know what I'm saying? I'm 25, and I have plenty experience in college. And just for me personally, it didn't really
yeah,
work out. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like
yeah,
for what I want to do in my life, I didn't really, necessarily need it. You feel me?
yeah,
Um, so I mean, it just depends on really what you want to do. However, I'm not bashing it. You feel what I'm saying? by
Yeah.
all means, you know what I'm
I
saying? Do
feel it.
what you do. Get it how you get it, you feel me? But I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I
Nah,
feel.
and he touches on a good point that we could like elaborate on. It's like he went the school route, right? And like that was something that he attempted to do. But it's like he still had his dream in the back of his head, like this is not what I
Absolutely.
want to do all the way. Like I still want to chase my dream of like doing the other shit that you got going on now. You
Yeah.
feel
Sure.
me? And I feel like that's important for people not to lose focus on like what they really want to do. You know what I mean? Some people might go
Yeah.
off to school as a good, like for me, school is a good plan B. And it's like you always gotta have a plan A, what you really want to do in life. Like you can't give up. Like
Gang.
obviously, like there's people even on the YouTube space and
Yeah.
they talk about how they had, 6-figure jobs and they quit all that to focus on doing
Their
YouTube
dream.
and doing what they actually want to do, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's important.
Yeah. See,
Sure.
I think the same thing, really, because like I went the route of like going to community college, blah blah blah. I'm finna transfer like next semester or next two
Congrats.
semesters and go to like a yeah. Appreciate it, but yeah, it's definitely way cheaper, especially if you like going in state and like in county or even just in state. Just the cost of community college is way cheaper, and it just saves you like a whole bunch of student debt. It just protects you from all of that. Because I vowed to myself that I ain't paying shit to like the government or whatever bank, because they really be making money from like all the student loans and shit. Because they be trying to push it out there for us to like try and get student loans, and you have people just get out of college, try to find jobs, and they have like $60,000 jobs and like probably like $100,000 in student loans, and they have to get on payment plans and like just keep the money flowing because that's what the bank wants. And like basically, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And we have like one of the people watching us in the chat. He's like, "Fuck school," and I'm like, "Hey, it depends on what you're trying to do, though." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
And
Nah,
like,
most
yeah,
definitely.
I feel like college should also be more practical. Like more hands-on, like trade schools and shit like that. That probably will make people go to college more and understand more. Because like I ain't trying to sit in class and like work math all day, not knowing what I'm trying to do with that math. Because I just like I remember I changed my major like not so long ago. Like I took a summer class in free cal, and I hated that shit. Like for real, I
Yeah.
did not like that shit. So I was like, yeah, fuck all that. I'm just gonna like switch to what I really want to do, and that's just like try to entertain people and like make like cartoons. Yeah, I got animations also coming out soon, so yeah, y'all watch out. That's really my take on it.
No, I think that's another thing too, is like when during the high school phases, I don't think enough young people are educated on like the amount of majors, like the different majors that there is, like once he like comes to college, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think people are only like they only know about like the major things, like being a business major or like being a like biology, like the major things that people do when they go out to college. People don't know about
yeah,
like I had to switch my major 2 times to get to where I am now, which is a broadcast media major.
yeah,
I had no idea that that was the thing. Like when I went off to college, I had no idea that that was even a thing that I could do in college. You know what I mean? I thought it
yeah,
was only like I went off to college trying to do computer science, which was fucking terrible. Like I would never like that shit was awful. Like you know what I mean? Like I'll
yeah,
never
yeah,
do
yeah,
that. I hate math, and that's like the main thing when it comes to that major is like doing math. So it's like, why? I'm sitting in the classes and I'm like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? When I know I
yeah,
want to do something else. Like you said, I'm more of like a hands-on person. So it's like I
yeah,
wanted to do something with cameras. I wanted to do something with editing. And you feel me? Like I couldn't do neither of that doing computer science. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it all comes when it comes down to school in general, like just like the topic of school. I think people need to be more educated on like pricing and like majors
exactly,
if that's
exactly.
really what you want to do. Like, you know what I mean? I think when it's my time, like when I have my kids and they're gonna go through
Yeah,
the same journey, I'm gonna be straight up with them. Like if
Yeah,
school's not what you want to do all the way,
yeah,
I'll help you start your own business. I will help you get into where you
for
actually
sure.
want to do. You know what I mean?
hmm
Yeah, see, I feel like I feel like also like parents and stuff like that growing up, how like a bachelor's degree was like the peak of success before you get like into the job field or like get into your career. So like you have parents like trying to push it on their children, trying to force them to go to school, but like that may be not what they really want to do. I feel like that also causes a problem, makes the student kind of like insecure, and
Mm,
the colleges also, I don't know, they like try to push the more expensive courses or programs or majors, and they don't really tell you about like the whole situation, or like say you want to like go for art or like go for like video game design or like beauty or something like that. There's
yeah,
definitely gonna be a school for you, but they don't tell you that. They only tell
facts.
you about like medicine and engineering and like the general stuff basically. And
yeah,
I feel like they're trying to like control us, like control our thinking, and just basically trying to make money off of students. Because like
right.
I feel like it's made to keep the poor people poor. That's how I feel about college. Like just talking about
Yeah,
just college, not school in general, just college. Unless you know your way around it. And I feel like everybody should like be given a chance to follow their dreams and just try what they want to do. I feel like if that was the case, we'll have a lot more happy and rich people than
hmm
like
facts,
poor people still like in the country.
facts.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on,
do definitely.
I want to hear what Matt got to say. But hey, shout out, Stay Trippy in the chat. Hey, you
Yeah, for
gonna get
sure.
on the next one, my boy.
Hell yeah.
But what was you finna say, mate?
No, I was gonna say, I definitely do feel like there's a big old narrative with college. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, in high school is definitely one of those things where you only hear about certain like degree plans once you graduate. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, related to business or yeah, like business and just other degrees that they
Yeah,
have out there.
yeah,
You really only hear about the big stuff, and I
facts.
feel like um the fun stuff, I should say, or the stuff that more people are especially our generation, more people that are interested in, um the fact that they don't bring it up is kind of like weird.
Yeah.
No, most
it's,
definitely.
it's it's weird, and I feel like um once you go to college you kind of learn as you go, because when I
Yeah,
first started, I had no clue what I wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying? I went straight into college right out of high school, and I had no clue. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just going. I picked a major and I rode with it, and then I got into my second year, and I was like, what am I what am I doing?
right,
Yeah.
What am I really doing this right now? And so I
right.
had I had stopped and I changed it up, and then I was a little okay after, but I mean, I definitely do feel like there's a narrative, because I kind of went with the expectation like, oh yeah, if I do this, if I get this degree, I'm gonna be set. I'm gonna be doing this,
Yeah,
because
Exactly.
all they tell you is money. You hear money, 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 money,
yeah,
money, money,
Yes.
and you're young, so you're trying to make sure. Oh yeah, like I want to be stabilized. You kind of try to
Yeah.
rush it a little bit.
Trying to get
Everyone
that bag.
super successful, yeah, get straight to the bag right after high school and
Yeah.
straight into college, but it's really no rush. Like,
yeah,
yeah, you should get it done in a reasonable amount of time. I get that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's just
You
everything
can't
takes
rush
time.
success. Yeah.
Yes,
I think
it,
we
it
can
takes
low
time.
key. I think we can blame social media for that shit too, because it's like we look at a bunch of
Absolutely.
people in the world that's like early 20s, and we see them on vacations in Bora Bora and shit like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like everybody has their own journey, and it's like
everybody.
I think we get caught up in that. I think our generation as a whole gets caught up in that, in the feeling
Yeah.
of like, damn, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But in reality, it's like, bro, everything is a journey. Like everything is another step to get into where you actually want to get to. Some
Yeah,
people might get to the major step when they're 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean? Some
yeah,
other people, it takes 24, 25. Some other people, it takes 28, 29, 30. You know what I mean? It's all a
yeah,
journey. And I feel like social media sometimes gets us wrapped up in the wrong shit when it's like we
Yeah,
can all take our time, really chase. We all
yeah,
got to go our
exactly.
own journey. You know what I mean?
like
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
feel like
elaborate on real. Oh no, go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
yeah, I feel like uh basically college is like push just like a money scheme. They're just trying to make money off the students. They don't really care about your dreams and goals. And I feel like if you're gonna push college onto students, then you're just like gonna have to have jobs out there once they're out of college. Then we see, hey, this shit is working. But like
Right.
you have like college graduates like having like bachelor's degree and we're in 2021, like it's not the same as like 2010 or like 2005 or 2006 where a bachelor's degree had a lot of power. Now
Yeah.
a bachelor's degree don't really mean shit. You could like have like a bachelor's degree and you will not get a good ass job. You probably get like
Facts.
minimum wage like 15, 16,000 an hour, and the cost of living is getting higher and higher. And I seen like this stat where it was like uh more than like 80% of Americans cannot afford a one bedroom apartment in their own state working a regular job, even when they have degrees. And that's very bad. That's like if I was to live on my own, I couldn't afford shit. I'll be like working like 90 hours a week just trying to barely make rent and try you not have time for yourself, have time for nothing. I feel like that's some bullshit right there.
No, yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
it.
I was gonna say, going back to what Sean was saying, it's crazy because I saw a tweet. I run across this tweet all the time. I'll probably run into it when we get off of here, honestly. But I run into it all the time. Y'all probably seen it. On Twitter, it's a real quick tweet. It says, there's no rush. There's no rush in life to feel like you just have to be in a hurry, you know? Um,
Yeah,
because everyone feels like, especially around like the 20 age mark, you know, we feel like,
yeah,
damn, by the time I'm 26 or 25, you know, I gotta have this, I gotta have it done. You know what I'm saying? I
Facts.
gotta have it
yeah,
done. When really it's just like sometimes, you know, the blessings just come later on. You feel me? And like you
right.
said, I do feel like social media plays a big part in, you know,
No, most
rushing,
definitely.
just rushing success in general. You know,
No, most definitely. Now, what I
sure.
was gonna say, switching over to the what we was mentioning at the beginning, like the entrepreneurial side of
Yeah,
like that pathway. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
yeah,
that's all three of us are trying to do the entrepreneur stuff, like start our own business, do the social
yeah.
media stuff. So it's like how do y'all feel about like young people like our age taking that path instead of like doing the stereotypical like, oh, I'm gonna go to college or I'm gonna do trade school. Like, how do you feel about the entrepreneurship?
See, I feel like do what you gotta do. Like if that's what you want to do, just do it. Cause like
Right,
ain't nobody gonna make you happy but you. Shit.
For
If
sure.
right,
if you end up miserable like doing some other shit you wasn't trying to do, then you just fucked up. And time is something we can never get back. So shit.
right,
As long as you have it and you think you can do it, just do what you gotta do. If you want to be an entrepreneur and you think it's gonna work, shit, do it. It might work.
right.
It will work if you have the drive to do it. I feel like you shouldn't have the mindset to where what if it don't work? What if it don't work?
Yeah, you can.
Already have already have like a negative mindset and it's like you're already
Hmm.
fucking yourself over. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
I feel like I feel the same way. You know, if you have that confidence to go into the whole entrepreneurship deal and tell
Yeah,
yourself you're going to be successful, then it's like that's all. You're already starting off with a positive mindset, so you might as well follow through with it. You know, you might as well.
exactly.
And you know, of course, the journey might not be easy. However, you'll be surprised when you see how successful you are. You know, going through with it.
Exactly.
So I mean, if anybody is interested in going that route, um, just really like you said, just get after it and stay positive.
No,
That's all it.
Yeah.
most definitely. No, that's
Yeah,
mandatory
and
because I feel like I spoke on earlier. A lot of people is always like, oh, I don't want to work for anybody. Like, I don't want to clock in, clock out. I don't want to work these long hours. But it's
Yeah,
like what are you doing, like,
to
as an
change that. Yeah,
individual? Exactly. What are you doing? What effort are you putting out to not do that? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
just like this man, for example, this podcast, like this I Could Never podcast is like Andrew had a mind, like a thought, like we could do a podcast. It wasn't
yeah,
like he just left it as a thought. He was like, let's actually do this. And you know
Yeah,
what I
stuck
mean?
with it.
And
exactly.
we luckily all was on the same page, and but that's what it takes. Like, some people have a thought, like, oh, let me do, like, oh man, I want to do a clothing brand, or I want to do this, I want to do that. And
Yeah,
they never take the steps necessary to actually start it. And that's what ruins like ideas. That ruins, like, people not getting to the next level.
yeah,
So it's like you always see people always, like, especially on social media, like we've been talking about, like, oh, I don't like working here, I don't like working there. But it's like, why are you working there? You know what I mean? Like, you could put
exactly.
in the
You can change
effort
that.
to get up. Exactly. You can get into a different situation. You can get into a situation that you want to be in. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think it's just our generation, like, the how we look at other people and we're like, oh, I want to be where they're at. But
Yeah,
yet
Mhm.
they don't want to put in the work to get there. They don't
exactly.
understand. We just look, we go on social media or we go on YouTube and we see people with millions of subscribers, or we look at podcasts and they're getting thousands and thousands of views. But it's like, we didn't see their early days. Like, we didn't see
Yeah,
them when they
exactly. They
first
had to
started.
grind.
Like, exactly,
Yeah,
like, see how we starting right now. We in our own cribs doing this. Eventually, we gonna be in a building where, you feel
Yeah,
me, we're
a
all
whole
gonna be in the same
studio. Yeah,
spot. But it just take the early steps of people, like, believing in, like, you feel me, like you said, Andrew,
yeah,
you can't be negative with it. You can't be somebody that's a fake entrepreneur goes into a idea and they're like, ah, damn, this might not work. You know what I mean? Any
exactly.
idea, as an entrepreneur, if you're a true entrepreneur, you go into something and you like, I'm going in with a positive attitude. Like, you feel me? I'm gonna
Exactly.
put my all in this. You're not even
that,
thinking, oh, like, oh shit, what if this doesn't work? You know what I mean? Because then you gonna be half-assing it. You feel me? You're not gonna go all the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
in. So it's
It's
like,
all about.
even like for y'all that are gonna be watching this, like go check out Matt shit on his Instagram. But it's like, you feel me? Even though, like, he might not get the results that he wants right now, it's all about him
exactly.
continuing to go. You feel me? And continuing to get to that level that he wants to
Yeah,
get to. You know what I mean? That's all it
Got to.
takes. Like, people ignore the early steps, and that's why
Mhm.
more people aren't entrepreneurs and have, like, their own businesses. They don't want to put in the work. They think it's too
yeah,
hard, or like, oh, I
yeah.
might
It's all
fail. Like,
about.
people might judge me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about like the mindset and how society also like plays a role in it. Cause like I've had situations where I know some people they like, yeah, college is not the route for me. I want to do my own shit. I want to get my own business. I want to,
Facts.
I want to grind, make my own money my own way. I don't want to like end up going to school for X number of years and just end up working for somebody else. And you have like parents or like adults, like older generation people, they be like, yeah, that's not the way to go. You got to go to college. You got to go to school. That's the only way you're going to be successful. And I'm like, that's kind of messing up like the child's head because you already like put negative thoughts into the person's head and the person's like, oh shit, if I don't go to school then I'm fucked. I ain't trying to
Right.
not be successful, so I'm gonna go to
Right.
school. And then the big idea they had will probably like never be anything because you got to think about it. Half the rich ass people in this world dropped out of school at some point. That's the shit I never understand. Cause
Yeah.
like it's just the mindset and the drive. You gotta have drive. You gotta go in every day and every hour, every time you clock in to do your own shit. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna be successful one day. I'm look back at the early days and be like, yeah, I fucking made it. Like shit like that.
Exactly. It's gonna be worth
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah. Like
Exactly.
it's crazy because not trying to flip it, but at the same time, with my like the way my mom grew up, or
Yeah.
the way she like raised me, she has this thing to say where you do sometimes in life you have to do what you don't want to do in order for you to, do what you want to do.
Facts.
So like,
Yeah.
since working at, anywhere really, 9 to 5 or however, like I was at Amazon or whatever.
Facts.
Yeah, I hated, working the hours, and I didn't really, want to do it. But however,
You had to go through it. Yeah.
you got to go through it in order, to get to where you want to be, and that was just a step. I feel like even with celebrities, well, they're celebrities now, but like you said earlier, at one point they weren't. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Every single
Yeah.
celebrity, I don't care if they were born with money. Every single celebrity started from the bottom, or had zero participation. You know what I'm saying? Zero support, and it grew.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
It's all
know
about that mindset. Yeah.
that's all it
The
is.
ends
All it is.
justifies the means and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the next part of this topic is really talking about in say after somebody's done with college in like a job situation. Say somebody worked their way up, they got experience, like 10 years of experience, and somebody has 5 years of experience, and the one with 10 years has no degree, but the one with 5 years has a degree. Say he was a boss or like an owner of a company. Who are you hiring and why?
Shit. Hold on. So you said one person has 5 years of experience
And a degree.
and a
And,
degree, and then the
yeah,
other person has what?
10
ten
years and
years
no
of
degree.
experience. Yeah, 10 years, no
10 years
degree.
of experience, no degree.
Yeah,
Damn.
Shit. I mean,
It,
if
it,
I'm the boss,
yeah.
I'm going to pick the individual that has more experience.
Why?
But I know, oh, I got to give a reason why. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just go off the fact. I know a lot of companies don't think like this, but I'm just gonna go off the fact that the individual has more experience. You feel me? I really wouldn't care about a degree. You
mm-mm.
know what I mean? Some
yeah,
people have degrees,
Straight
and
up.
I mean we've seen this probably in our own individual workplaces. There's people with degrees that don't know what the fuck they doing. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you
Fact.
know what I mean? So it's like the experience, in order
It
to
goes
have
a
an
long way.
experience without, like, let's say you don't have a degree but you have experience, that means you worked your way up to a certain level. You know what I mean? Which means
Yeah, you got that.
you know how the bottom works. You know how the bottom works, and you know all the ins in betweens. Woo, woo, woo. The
You
Mm-hmm.
person
got
with
that
5
grind.
years, he hasn't gone, like, he or she hasn't gone through all the grit and grind that the person with 10 years has. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So just
exactly.
off top, if I'm the boss in that situation, I'm picking a person with more experience because to me that matters more. But how you feel about it, man?
No, literally the same thing. Experience. I feel like experience goes a long way. You feel me?
Facts.
Facts.
Having like you said, we see it for ourselves. There's people at jobs with degrees, and they get moved up quick as shit. And then you got the people that know just as much, or if not way more than that person, just stay at where they're at. You know, and it sucks to see that, because like when you look at it through the real world and you look at it in general, it's like, damn, well, imagine if the people throughout this whole world had, moved up through whatever because of the experience and not because of the degree they had, or the stat that they have on them. I feel like
Right.
that shit,
Yeah,
it would change the world. You feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah,
because this world isn't built like that, there's a bunch of conflict.
Yeah.
But I agree though. I do
And I
agree.
feel
I'm gonna take the 10 year for sure.
I want to
okay.
add this in also. I feel, and we're probably going. I don't know if you was gonna speak on this, but I feel like when it comes to the workplace, I feel
Mhm.
like networking and who you know matters way
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
connections.
whatever degree that you could, have. And I feel
Yeah,
like that I
absolutely.
feel like that goes hand in hand with experience. The more experience you have, the more people
Yeah,
you probably met in that industry.
yeah,
And
you know how
then
to work your way.
exactly, people that can put you in the positions to make that more money, get in the doors that you couldn't get into with just a degree. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Right.
yeah. I was even before I ask the next question, which you already spoke about, but like, yeah, I'll also go with the 10 years of experiences. Like, I would rather trust somebody that knows how to do something way better than somebody that just got a degree. Because
Right.
like a degree can only take you so far. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
if you want to know how to do something, or if you know how to do something, you gotta know it from like the basic step to like whatever step you take to finish. You gotta know everything. You gotta have like you gotta like have been doing it for a long ass time for me to trust it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely taking it 10 years. And I was about to ask a question about the networking and connections too. I feel like, or my question is, who is more likely to get a job with a company in this scenario? So there's three candidates, right?
Mm-hmm.
One has 5 years experience. Uh, he knows like the manager's like sister or something like that. The second person has 2 years experience and a bachelor's degree. The third person has same 5 years experience and no degree. Who you think is gonna land the job and why?
Go through those one more time.
So there's three people trying to land a job. The
Right.
first person has 5 years of experience and
Mm-hmm.
knows like the manager's like family member, like say a sister, like
Mm-hmm.
auntie, whatever, or like
Yeah.
they have a past with like the manager.
Yeah.
And the second
And the
person has 2 years experience
Mm-hmm.
and a degree, and the third person has 5 years experience and no degree. Who do you think is gonna like land a job in like order from first to last, and why?
Or I'll say the person, low key. I'm gonna say the person with. It's I don't know. That's a tough one, but I feel like the person that might get hired. I want to say just because I feel like I know how today's society is. If we're talking about like within today, I'm gonna say probably the person with 2 years experience and 2 years. I mean 2 years of a degree and 2 years of experience, because they might see that the shit goes in both hands. So
Yeah,
that's what I think.
and
let me. So wait, hold on. So can you say what was the first? The first person was what?
the first person is 5 years of experience and has some sort of relationship with the manager, like knows the manager's family member, has a past with the
Oh
manager.
yeah, them.
Whoa, yeah,
That person is definitely getting a job over whoever else.
right,
Easily, easily, because they have a relationship with the individual that's like in the position to
hiring.
make those calls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're in the position to, even though they're not HR, it's
yeah,
like, or I mean, it depends what kind of company. Sometimes the managers are in charge of the hiring, but
yeah,
most companies they have human resources and they're gonna listen directly to the manager. So if a manager's like, I know them directly, then it's like, okay, we're gonna put them at the top of the line. You know what I mean? That's just how it works.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
They're gonna get you
you
in the
know,
door.
they
you
trust me
know,
enough.
and it's like, shout out to the people that have experience, but it's like that in that situation. Well, you said the individual has experience and they know, so they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
experience. But the other individuals that have experience and the degree, cry me a river type shit. You know what I mean? Like that sucks. At the end of the day, that sucks type shit. Like, but you got to go find another job,
yeah,
or
yeah. You got
meet
You just gotta
somebody,
keep it moving, bro.
that can hire you. Like
yeah,
they're finessing the
exactly.
system. You gotta. This is the thing.
You
You
got
gotta see how other people finesse the system, and then that's how you gotta finesse the system. Like that's how
Mhm.
it works in anything. You know what I mean? You gotta see how other people maneuver it.
yeah,
Okay, that person tried to, like, you gotta look like that person tried to do that. It didn't work. That person, they knew somebody. They got in the door. So that means
right.
what you need to do. That means you need to network more. You need to meet more people. You need
Yeah,
to
you gotta know somebody.
whatever. Exactly, to get into the door. That's all it works. That's all that matters.
For
Yeah, I
sure.
feel like that's probably my answer too, just because that's just the way the world is right now. Just like shit, if I know somebody, say my brother trying to get a job, or like somebody old friend or some shit trying to get a job, I probably trust him because like shit, I've known the person, I probably know how the person works, yada yada yada. Rather than somebody that has a degree, I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't even give a fuck about them. I just probably just
Facts.
hire whoever I know.
Right. You don't know
I'm
them.
like, yeah,
You don't know them.
yeah, you gotta look out for your people too. So shit, that's the route I go with.
And and I can't really say, you feel me? I can't really be the one to frown upon that system of like, if I know them, then I'll hire them first, because you got to put yourself in that situation. Say
Yeah,
you own your own company, woo woo, right? And you put out a thing, oh, I need people to work for me, type shit, right?
yeah,
Say you have 5 people come to you and like, I need a job, right? And one of those people, you know them, like for me, say for a perfect example, say in the future we have a job, like a company that we build, and one of y'all is like, oh, I'm looking for a job. I'm gonna hire one of y'all before I hire a random person, because
yeah. Facts.
I feel more comfortable giving money to somebody that I know personally, or helping somebody else that I know personally, put them in the position to win over a random. That's just how it is. You know, everybody got to put themselves in that shoe. You feel me? You can't be like, it sucks for the person that's like, oh damn, I have 10 years of experience, I can't find a job. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, like with that
Yeah,
10 years, you should have been talking to people. You should have been meeting people. That's how it
hell
works.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's just the way the system is. You gotta manipulate the
exactly.
system.
You got to finesse it.
Yeah, shit. Y'all got any questions?
No, I was trying to think of a I could never segment, but I can't really think of nothing with this question or this topic. Like,
Yeah,
can't really, like, I don't
I
know,
mean,
like,
shit. We could just like switch to like another topic, like for that segment. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll just like talk about like a different topic on the next episode. But yeah,
yeah.
anybody?
I mean, you know what we can do? We could, like, for the people that is watching the playback on YouTube on this, in the
Yeah,
comment section, like in the comments, leave like some topics that you want us to talk about, and then we could put those for the upcoming episode, just so they more engaged. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. And
And
y'all
then
don't forget to like and subscribe and just keep the love coming.
oh yeah, that's mandatory. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell. But in the future, we like the more people that we have viewed, like during the live stream, we want to do like a live poll where it's like, when we do have our I could never segment, y'all can
Yeah,
get engaged with it. Like, y'all can vote on the questions that we have. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, you ain't got nothing for like the I could never. I mean, shit.
I can't really think of nothing for this topic.
Uh,
Like,
yeah,
I
I
can't
can't
really
even
think
think
of
of.
nothing.
I think it'll be dope
Shit.
once you get get the IG rolling. You know,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
also
for
have, you
sure.
can do a bunch of
That'd be
polls and
live.
different stuff. You know, so I
Yeah,
feel like when they tune in and they see that, we can have an idea. Plus, you can see who actually voted on there too, which makes it kind of cool.
yeah,
I feel like that would play a good part in it too. You know, so once we get
yeah,
that going, it'll really be nice.
Yeah, facts. Hey, you'll notify everybody when you get that Instagram popping, right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll let everybody know, and I appreciate y'all support. Y'all keep the love
Absolutely.
coming,
Yeah,
and
most
yeah,
definitely.
just any topic y'all want us to talk about, just put in the comments. We'll just get back to you, like talk about it on the next episode. All right,
Easy.
so that's all for today. Appreciate it, Sean. Appreciate it, Matt. Thanks for
Sure.
having you.
Gang, gang.
Yes, sir.
Gang,
All right,
gang.
bet.
But y'all boys take it easy.